with another battle report for you. We've got Chris again with his demons against my forces of the greater good, the Tau. So we're going to be playing ITC Mission 4 this time, which is the Scouring. So at the end of the game, each objective is worth its face value. We are using one set of objective markers for 1 through 6. So, for example, marker 4 is worth 1 point, 5 is 2 points, 6 is 3 points, so on and so forth, and then 1, 2, 3 for the others. So they're worth their face value. And then each fast attack choice that's killed is worth 1 additional point. So for Chris, that's all his Screamers, and for me, that is my unit of drones. Going on from that, the Maelstrom objectives are 1, 2, 3 is hold objective 1, 2, 3, so either objective 1, 2, 3. And 4, 5, 6 is just destroy an enemy unit. And our tertiaries are, if I remember correctly here, Big Game Hunter, Warlord, and Linebreaker. So, we will see what we get there. Hammer and Anvil deployments. And we're just going to go straight into an overview of our army list. So Chris, walk us through what you got here.
Okay, so I've deployed half part of my army. I have 2 units of Screamers here, behind that objective, 2 units of Screamers here, behind that objective with Kairos. And then in reserves, I have the rest of them. So I have a formation. You have to take 9 units of Screamers. So 4 is on the board, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's 8, the rest are all minimum size. I also have the 9 Exalted Flamers in a formation. I have 2 Tzeentch Heralds on discs. They form what I like to call my Flamer Death Star. One of them has the Grimoire, the other guy has Paradox, so I can summon a little bit easier.
Excellent. And what did you get for psychic powers?
I went on Divination, so I basically have Kairos can pick one of your units, make me rend it. I can Prescient, reroll hits. I can get a forget the rest of them. But,
you had Cursed Earth.
I have Cursed Earth. I have Summon. I have number 5. Incursion, so I can summon a unit of Screamers. I got Perfect Timing, Scryer's Gaze, a lot of Prescience. Smite. I have Misfortune, and I have Summoning.
Excellent. All right. So for my list over here, we've got a Riptide Wing with a solo Burst Tide with Interceptor, a solo Ion Tide with Interceptor. All of them have Smart Missiles. A unit of 3 Burst Tides, all with Smart Missiles, 2 with Target Locks, and all 3 with Early Warning Override. Then we've got a CAD with a Commander with Iridium Armor and Drone Controller, 2 Marker Drones for him, and then a unit of 4 Marker Drones as well that they've joined. We've got a Storm Surge with the Pulse Driver Cannon, Early Warning Interceptor, and Shield Generator, along with his Twin Link Flamer. And then in reserves, we've also got the Munitorum Armored Container Cache. And then in reserves over here, sorry for the darkness, we've got 2 Crisis Suits with Twin Link Fusion and Bonding Knife Ritual as troops choices. We've got 2 units of 10 Kroot, and we've got this guy standing in for an Inquisitor that's currently being painted. And he's coming with 3 Servo Skulls, which I've not bothered to deploy because they make no difference at all in this game. So with that, right now, I have turn 1. Warlord trait is for me to reroll C's, so I'm going to try to go first anyway. Chris?
Kairos, I get his default, so I get to reroll Warp Storm table results.
Yep.
And then my formations also give me +1 and -1 to that, and Corruption. So
excellent.
Corruption should help me this mission.
Would you like to try to seize?
No.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
Be back at the end of Tau turn 1. Okay, we are actually here at the end of turn 1 of the game, not just player turn, because we both deployed so far away that nothing really happened. So we got my Riptide just moved up to grab this objective, because I have hold objective 3 and kill an enemy unit this turn, so they just moved up. The rest of the guys just sort of shuffled forward. It didn't want to be in range of any turbo boosting, and I wasn't going to get in range to shoot anything without really overextending, I think, for considering that the Big Star is going to come in next turn. I want to stay about as bunkered as possible. So yeah, we're just chilling. Chris's turn, Screamers moved around, corrupted the objective that's in that building.
And the one
corrupted this. Turbo boosted corrupted that one, and turbo boosted behind the building.
And Kairos is in the air, and I summoned a unit of Horrors.
Yeah, and that is the whole turn.
And the Horrors, they rolled a 4 on Demonology, but I just took the summoning. Oh, sorry, they did keep it.
Yeah,
so
they kept sacrificing.
I'm going to be able to sacrifice a model and get a Herald.
Yep. So looking really good for Chris so far, which is nice. So we'll be back at the end of Tau turn 2, which is nice. Nice things. All right, end of Demons turn 2. So we, again, loop the turns together. I basically have to sit back here until that unit comes in so I can have basically a clear lane of fire against it for Interceptor if Chris fails Grimoire. Because if he does, that unit gets erased. Like, yes. No ifs, ands, or buts. It just goes away. That said, that didn't happen. So I got all my stuff back here. I wanted to hold this objective, and I wanted to, give myself supporting fire if I needed to. I wanted to, as I said, have a clear line of fire. So anyway, my stuff's sitting here. My Maelstrom objectives were to hold this and kill a unit. So I tried to hold that. And then in Chris's turn, a bunch of Screamers came in by Deep Strike. So one landed there. Turbo boosted over here. So I tried to intercept this guy. I did like nothing against it. I killed one Screamer, which is disappointing, but it was worth a shot. So he came over here and actually denied me that objective. And then two more units. I think one is here that came in the ruins. Another one is back there somewhere. But in any case, lots of Screamers came in. There's one unit still in reserves. So Chris turbo boosted some up here to stop me from moving towards the star, mostly with Stompy here.
Well, I also had rending on them, and I tried to get some wounds done, maybe one.
Yeah, did
force of leadership.
2 wounds to a Riptide, pretty good.
But my ultimate goal is, I'm like, well, he's gonna get, let's say he gets kill 2 units, he takes the 3 units, he gets 3 points, he catches up on Maelstrom, and then I'll get 2, and I'll still be ahead by 2. But my theory, I know it's kind of it looks like it's throwing them away, but the theory was to keep the Tau contained in the corner.
Yep. Because
he's gonna get by the end of the game probably 5 or 6 of my Screamer units. So I really have to win big on objectives, and that's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah, and you're in a really good place.
And you didn't, I get the Grimoire off. You don't intercept the star because it's
a 2+ rerolling.
Because I even wasted my Kairos reroll in my turn to get that extra invulnerable save.
Yeah, for the result, which you got again this turn, I believe, right?
Yeah, I rolled the 11, and I was tempted to get a free unit, and then I just said I can't. Yeah. I want everything to have 4s, just so that it might take. I'm counting on you getting kill 2 units this turn. Yeah. And then I'm counting on you getting greedy, and then the 4+ saves means a lot when your whole army is probably going to be doing like Ripple Fire and what's it called?
The Hailfire.
Hailfire, but you probably won't even do Ripple Fire. You'll probably Nova Charge and then do Hailfire. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd Hailfire this turn anyway, just because you've got all that stuff there. If I Hailfire, I can't move, so my Riptides are dead.
That was my thing. So now it's like you're in a. You either Hailfire or you don't, and so I'm banking. I'm giving my strike. I was banking on you getting kill 3 units, and then if I was you and I got kill 3 units, I would Hailfire and get my 3 Maelstroms. That's me, though.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, yep, they're there. 2+ reroll. Every objective on the table, except for this one, is controlled by Chris right now.
Well, this is contested.
With corruption. That's contested, pardon me.
But I have 4 corrupted objectives.
Yeah, so it's off to a really good start for board control for the demons. Anyway, we will be back at the end of Tau turn 3. Okay, end of Tau turn 3. We have finished the turn with the stereotypical Tau gun line.
Run away!
Run away! Yeah, this unit is scary, believe it or not. It's very scary, especially when it's paired with Misfortune and Prescience. If this unit touches anything in my army, that unit will evaporate. My unit, I should say, will evaporate. So I'm running away. For my objectives this turn, I took the kill 3 units. There were 3 units of Screamers just right up here. So I got those. Killed another Screamer back. Nope, I didn't. That all got flubbed. Yeah, I rolled 3 1s trying to wound them.
Anyways to break it.
Yeah, exactly. Just add insult to injury.
Just to prove.
So yeah, we're cowering back here. I got to play for a long game in this. So I got to hope for at least a turn 7. And I think more importantly, just because of where this unit is, I have to hope for... Or absolutely, because of where this is, I have to hope that he fails Grim so I can kill it, because otherwise I can't get past this part of the table without getting charged and losing anything important in my army, which is the problem with playing not a lot of units, not super mobile small units past that. So anyway, we're going to be going into Demons turn 3. The Maelstrom score right now, given that I just got 3 points, is 4 for me. And Chris is going to be scoring 2 more, so he's going to be at 4. So we are tied 4-4 going into Demons turn 3. End of Demons turn 3. Chris, tell us what's going on.
So I moved up conservatively to give the Storm Surge a charge to my star, but not the Riptides, so that maybe the crew could declare a long run, but maybe they probably won't make it through the terrain. And then I wouldn't overwatch, I'd wait for the Storm Surge to come in. I did make one misplay, but I won't tell you guys what that is yet. And basically, they have a 2+ rerolling 1s. Kairos right now has a 3+ rerolling 1s, and he's flying. And all my stuff went back, and I'm just kind of waiting for the game to end right now.
Yeah.
We'll go to turn 4, and we'll see how turn 4 goes. But I should be able to win Maelstrom and primary by turn 4, and then I just gotta hold on by my socks and hope I don't get blown up again.
Yep. All right. Be back in Tau 4. End of Tau 4. Surprising results, but not as good as I was hoping. Okay, so my objectives were to hold objective 1 over there and to kill a unit. I did not kill the Screamer, did I? It was all Screamers that died, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got my hold objective 1, maybe, unless Chris finds a way to deny, which is unlikely, but possible. So yeah, my Riptide's back here, all hail fired into the Death Star. And I got my Markerites into them. My Kroot came on over there. They're chilling with my Inquisitor now to hold that objective. These Kroot came in because I wanted them to maybe get a charge and absorb some Overwatch.
Well, these ones that came in.
Sorry, those ones came in. Yeah, these guys I moved up to try to get a charge and absorb some Overwatch. Unfortunately, that did not happen. I only rolled a 3 on my move through cover, which sucked. So they got left with I think it was an 11-inch charge or something.
And then you did casualties.
And then I killed a lot. Yeah, I killed a lot more than I thought, so they got put out of charge range. But anyway, the moral of the story here is the ITC 2+ reroll nerf is actually really, really good for me. Yeah, not good for Chris.
That's the thing is all the rerolls, I would have actually lost like 1 or 2 Screamers at most.
Yep. And it said I killed, what, 7? 7 Screamers?
It would have been 7 Screamers only, yeah.
Yeah, 7 Screamers. So I did 14 wounds to the unit with 2+
That's
rerolls.
a whole Tau army shooting and a Storm Surge charge.
Yeah, with Markerites. Yeah, the Storm Surge, I mean, he did nothing in combat, unfortunately, but... yeah, so we're chilling here. We hail fired, so we couldn't move. I want to keep this unit here pinned for 1 more turn if I can, so it'll let me get a lot of mobility. But that said, if the Storm Surge dies, I think this game's pretty much over, because I'm not going to be able to touch it, and they're going to have their full mobility back. So it's going to be an interesting turn, pretty pivotal. The Storm Surge only has 3 wounds left. Yeah, 3 wounds left. Took 4 to Overwatch, and 1 in combat.
Strength 6, AP3, man, 18.
Yep. That's why I was hoping to get these guys in. I don't care if they die. Anyway, that's that. Stomps, I rolled 1 and did nothing with it. So, unfortunately, not the 6 I needed to force instability. But even if I did, Incursion gets a reroll instability, right?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, so still pretty good. And
I have to kill him.
And you still have Faded
my
reroll.
star.
Yes, definitely. This is the man to kill. So with that, we're going into Demons 4. Demons 4, what happened?
I just kind of... I guaranteed both my Maelstroms, basically, I think. No, because I didn't get kill a unit, right?
Correct.
So I'm going to get 1 Maelstrom, but I'm still ahead by 3, I think.
Yep.
And then we just went to combat. I did 1 wound to the Storm Surge, and that's about it. I'm kind of keeping my phases pretty low-key and just trying to win on the end of the game.
Yeah, and the Surge came through on the Stomps. Took out 4 Exalted Flamers.
Yeah, he got the Stomp 6.
And caused another 8 wounds from instability afterwards.
Yeah.
So, pretty damn good. We'll see if it matters. He only has 2 wounds left, but I'll take what I can get. So we're going into Tau turn 5. We're here at the end of Tau turn 5. Storm Surge lived, yay! Yeah. So he's in there. He didn't kill anything. He's only got 1 wound left, but I'll take what I can get. Fady is on the ground. He took a wound and then passed his save, but failed his grounding. So he's chilling there. Unfortunately, all my stuff that could hurt him or charge him rapid fired, so nothing can go on there. Anyway, because that combat stayed, I figured I'd try to spread out, maybe go for 1 last hurrah. I don't think I have a chance to necessarily, but we'll see what we can get. So, yeah, jump moves, unit of 3 just moved up there, and these guys are hanging out here. And Kroot and these guys are doing their thing. So with that said, we're going into Demons turn 5 to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay, we're here at the end of turn 5 and the end of the game as it turns out. Hilarious swing last turn. Oh man, if that game had gone on, it would have been insane. And even then, super close. Super close. Okay.
So can we tell them the mistake that I made?
Tell them the mistake you made.
So I forgot to cast the spell when I had the 5 dice, and I was like, I just forgot to cast it to get Overwatch at my full ballistic skill. So when he came in, I would have had strength 10, AP 2 shots at him. Which turns out would have done 1 extra wound, which would have killed him a turn earlier.
Yeah.
But it's irrelevant. Mistakes with demons, you just lose. So I kind of deserved that. But the Storm Surge came in. He just finished off the unit, got the 6 on the stomp.
Yeah.
Kairos fell out of the sky, which really murdered. That really hurt me last turn.
Yep.
But he ended up getting an objective. But if the game would have ended, he probably would have died.
Yeah.
Which would have probably given the game much. Like it was a big win to me because it ended this turn. But if it would have went on a turn, it would have been like down to the wire.
Yeah.
Because I do have a free unit coming in from reserve, Deep Strike.
Yep.
I do have those demonettes that I summoned there. But if Kairos died, I'd lose all my powers.
Yeah,
So
that's a big
kinda
thing
rough.
because your other guys are dead too now. Yeah, so
we'd be playing the contest game, and it was the fact that the fast attack costed extra points that would probably hurt me in the end.
exactly that's
But I
what
would've
would
won
make it
Maelstrom
close.
regardless. Because I had 2 objectives, so I would have automatically. There was no way I could have lost Maelstrom.
Yeah.
So it would have came down to either bonuses,
Well,
which he got because this guy didn't die.
the only thing you could have gotten, the only way I could have won Maelstrom is if I got double kill points a couple turns because I get 3 points
There's
off
only
those.
1 more turn left because turn 7 doesn't count.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
why I didn't
yeah,
do
I
that.
would have been 1 point behind anyway.
That's why I just jumped at you because I was like, kill points don't matter now.
Yeah. So anyway, the end of the game score, you had 11 on primary because you've got tons of objectives here. To my, what did we figure out? 5. So I've just got this one since my Kroot ran away.
Yeah.
To my 5. Secondary on Maelstrom is 7 for Chris to 6 for me. So
Yeah.
really, really close,
I ended
surprisingly.
up tightening up really tight.
Yeah.
Did you count my last 2 though that I got?
You rolled those this turn.
Oh yeah, this turn.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was tight in Maelstrom. which
Very
is-
tight. Very tight. And then on tertiary, I got Big Game Hunter off a unit of Screamers.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that died in my entire army was a Crisis Suit, which is insane.
Because
I
he has
expected
1
more.
wound left. That's
Yeah.
the thing. If this guy would have went down, which I know is ifs and buts, but if I could get this guy down, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
I would have thrown everything at him too last
Yeah,
turn.
would have been a huge swing. Anyway, so that's that. Chris got not line breaker. So I have the only point on tertiary,
Well, not yet.
but it doesn't matter.
I didn't bother putting my because my unit that I tried to get line breaker with mishaps, so
Yeah.
I have a free unit coming in next turn.
Yeah, so you can probably get it next turn. Though I'd get to Interceptor. Yay!
Kill it. Oh,
Anyway.
You're done.
Anyway, so the final score is 8 points for Chris to 1 point for me. So
What you're not to see is 1,000
that's a
points.
huge,
That's all that
huge
matters.
swing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Anyway,
Tower nasty, man. Like you just you literally just have to sit there and throw the ball in my court. That's how I felt that game.
Yeah.
Is like the game was to me to do something.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can just,
With
I
Tower,
can
you
just
don't
shoot.
have to. You can just I'm just gonna sit here, and here's the ball. Do what you got to do. And if you don't, do some kind of crazy deke, which is more likely to fail, obviously, you're not going to win against Tau.
Yeah.
Like last game, we saw what happened. Like, if my army doesn't come in and function the way it should, or if I make a mistake with that star when it comes in, I'll lose the game in a turn.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Demons
exactly.
are just so unforgiving, and they're so challenging. I got a lot more to learn with this list, but I think it's a really solid list.
Oh yeah, when this works, like when you don't fail Grim the turn it comes in, it's amazing.
I didn't fail Grim. Well, I had to use my reroll once.
Yeah.
But I didn't fail Grim almost that entire game. But I think I was playing it better too in ways we didn't get to see this on camera, but like there was times when that one turn when I came in and Logan pushed back, I had my star here and I was ready. I rolled my Grim, and if I was ready to fail it to jump back and like spread it out and protect it.
Yeah, you stayed very
I still would have
conservative.
taken a lot of stuff with it, but because of that, I felt like I didn't actually get to do much late. It took me an extra turn to get to your line,
Yeah.
which I think was and you know what? When I baited him, was that a mistake? Maybe, maybe not.
I think
I don't know if I regret baiting him or not. Maybe I should have just sat back further and just waited to the end of the game and taken the.
Yeah, I think you would have been just as successful staying an extra 4 or 5 inches away.
I agree
for
with
that.
you. I think that by baiting and thinking that getting cocky with the Storm Surge cost me. Well, it didn't cost me the game, but it cost me security at the end of the game.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, admittedly, I expected him to die. He performed a lot better than I thought he would.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But
It was
yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I don't think the dice were too far off average, all things considered.
No, I think it was fine.
Yep.
I just definitely feel that I either should have went. So that's the thing. I either should have went right at you hard, or I should have stayed conservative. I
Yeah.
kind of did both. I stayed conservative and then I went at you, and I think that was a mistake.
Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. What could Chris have done better? What could I have done better? Because I felt like I was on the back foot that whole game, which sort of by design of Chris's list I should have been.
I think it was smart of you to be like, I'm going to play for turn 7 or 6.
Yeah, I think I had to play for the very late game
And I think
just
that was smart. I
to
think
wear
that
you
worked
down.
for you. but it just happened to end early, and like we've been playing like 3 hours now. So in a tournament, like that would have been overturned 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've also been filming, right? Which adds some
faster. We're filming, but I'm just saying, like we have to really keep in mind the time clock, which is something that we preach. So that was another thing. Also,
it's your first game against Tao with this list, I think. Second game today.
List,
yeah. And this is my second time playing against this kind of demons list. So good learning experience for everyone.
Oh, I gotta speed it up. That's the number one. I gotta speed it up with this army because you spend so long thinking about your psychic powers, and they're so important and they're so random and they change every game that you just have to kind of pump through them a bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, as you play more, you get used to the different combinations of powers you get and stuff too. Anyway, thank you for watching. Yeah, lots of fun. Good game, man.
It was really challenging. I loved it.